Welcome back to YodelCast with your hosts Aepplejoose, DocLettuce, and Freelii. We're on the fifth and final map of Tribehard versus Area 51. Let me just do a quick rundown for the Drydock rosters on Tribehard. We have Psycho Hatui, Veer, TW, GMAC, Matten, Projectile, and Zato. On Area 51, we have Tailspin, Titan, Zoid, Bergenstein, Brick, Vash, Eriks, Blinks, and Reddish Blue. Predictions.
I'm going to go with another 5-1. It worked out for me well last time, and I think Tribehard's just playing at the top of their game right now.
I think it may actually be a little closer. I think we're going to see a little more standoffs than we did before, just because Drydock is always that close. And actually, here comes Zoid right over the top side of the map. It looks like it's going to be a cap. There's not much at all to contest him. Yep, there we go, 1-0.
I'd like to say that I didn't mention who my 5-1 was in favor of, but that's a good start. So... but no, that was a really interesting cap. I saw almost no defense there from the Tribehard side. Zoid just came in, flew right over Veer's head, and managed to get a really easy grab off. So props to them. I'm not entirely sure what the rest of Tribehard was doing, but let's see if he manages it again. He's coming in here. He's got pretty good speed. He disc jumped for whatever reason, and Veer just said, "Thank you for disc jumping. Eat my disc to your face, and I'll take that flag back." Are both teams
It'll
running
be interesting to see how
5
things play.
offense?
Who?
Are both teams running 5 offense? I see Titan and Tailspin on defense. Blinks is maybe hanging around a little bit, but not that much. Looks like they might be running a 5-0.
I think Blinks is sticking around. He's just being killed quickly by Zato, who's trying to take out Tailspin. As Hatui's coming in, does grab the flag as Infiltrator. Yes, he is still an Infiltrator. Going on the high side, getting over. He's at 425 health. Tailspin, though, there to snipe him, saying, "Thank you very much, sir." And flag is returned by Blink. So yeah, Area 51 definitely running a 4-3 offense-defense as Resh Blue, Brick, and Vash Eriks outnumber. In fact, they're the only ones on the stand as Zoidberg comes flying in back to front. By the way, I'm calling Area 51 to win. With full health, down to 243 after a disc jump and snipe as GMAC picks up with the grab, punts it away. Zoidberg is back at his base, waiting for the return, gets sniped by Psycho. Titan's right there. He's going to be able to pick it up before Projectile gets it. Yes, he does. Drops it, though. Tailspin, though, to pick it up. They're to pick it up, waiting for the return. There's a return, 2-0, as Hatui comes in too late for the grab. Doesn't even get it either. And, yeah, 2-0 Area 51, which it's looking pretty good for my prediction. Not going to lie.
Yeah, you didn't even give us a score prediction, so you've automatically lost this game. But it's interesting because the Area 51 offense is really just sort of... They basically just chill on the flag stand, and Zoid just comes in at leisure right now. I'd like to see a little bit more out of the defense there, to be honest, from Tribehard.
Bricks and Reddish Blue are pretty good raiders. They're great at DMing. They're great at holding positions, and on flat, especially on flat surfaces like this, and on Arcs Novena, where you really have an area where you just want to dominate. 100% take care of. And they're good at doing that, and that's what they've been doing so far in the game, and it's worked out pretty well. So as long as Zoidberg doesn't get sniped right away, then they should continue to cap as Bricks grabbed it and then punted it about halfway to the base, although Projectile was waiting there for the return. Both Matt and Projectile and GMAC are all in the midfield. Hatui there waiting for a grab. I'm not sure who's capping if Matten's right there. Kind of an odd tactic for Tribehard. Hatui does pick it up. He's going to punt it. Yep, that's what they're going to do. They're going to do the punt strategy as Matten grabs it just in front of the big hill, punts it away. GMAC wasn't quite there as Projectile is going to try to pick it up before Blinks can get there. Nope, GMAC was going to pick it. No, yes, I was right. Projectile picks up almost back to base here, and probably going to be 2-1. No, Zoid Bergenstein comes in with the E-grab. Great grab there. He's away. 552 health. Unless he gets sniped. Oh, Psycho's right there. Yes, he hits him. 97 health. But Titan's standing on the high side, waiting for the flag, and he picks up. Veer, on the other hand, grabbed it but dies, and the flag is returned. Titan trying to get back to base as fast as he can. Pass off. Hopefully Blinks picks up. Yes, Blinks picks up. Gets hit by Projectile. He's down to 91 health, but he's going to cap anyway. 3-0. Wow, that was a quick turn of events. It looked like Tribehard was going to make it 2-1. Instead, a great E-grab by Zoid Burnside. Low to high. Gives his team enough time that they need to return the flag, which I'm sure that Brix and Vash Eriks and Rejblue did an excellent job of doing. Titan blinks there to escort Zoidberg once he made it more than halfway back to his base, and they are able to cap, making it 3-0. Matten and Zoidberg both coming low side, passing each other mid-air. Matten trying to do a little mid-air action there. Psycho probably knows Zoidberg's here and is going to try to get a snipe on him. Yep, there we go, down to 210 health. He's not going to go very far. Probably going to get sniped. Nope, miss. Going to keep going. Oh, there we go. Psycho takes him out. It's probably going to be llama grabbed and punted from here on out. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Nope, they're just going to stand there being sniped. Actually, Rejblue's hugging the base to make sure he doesn't get sniped by Psycho. Brick going up behind the base trying to take down that sniper, or at least do a little distraction as Zoidbergenstein is coming in from the low side once again. I don't know if Psycho definitely knows Brick is there. Jumps down. Suicides, that's one common tactic for those who don't play very often. Use Suicide immediately so you can get in position for him for when this carrier comes in, as Zoidberg does come in low to high. He's away with 705 health. Psycho is in position to snipe him. He's down to 50 health now as Matten's coming in back to front to try to do an E-grab. Zoidberg gets taken down, projectile there for the return, gets it. Matten punted it away. Flag is now in the midfield to the right of the big hill. Blinks is there for the return, and both flags are back at base. Not so far.
I was watching Matten come in there for one of the grabs, and Tailspin was being distracted by Hatui. Tailspin was at really low health. He just was like, whatever, fell off the tower, did 2 mid-air snipes onto Matten, and then chained him down with a Falcon, causing Matten to suicide. It was unbelievable. Tailspin is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. As I just watched Zoidbergenstein do a front-to-back route that I actually found out only recently. That's pretty good. You do a front-to-back route, and as you're coming in, you go a little bit left to the base. You hit that ramp that's right next to those. I don't even know what they are. Those discs, right? That flings you straight up and to the left, and then you can punt or continue moving on your way from there, and it's actually not a bad route if you need to get there real quick, as Matten grabbed the flag, was going high side, but Tailspin was able to take him out with 2 super fast shots. The flag is now dead in the midfield. Matten, though, trying to come pick it up before Titan does. Who's going to get there first? It looks like somebody's in a strike. Yeah, it's Veer in a strike. See if he can change the game, as I guess, yep, Zoidbergenstein to grab the flag back to front as Matten tries to punch it away, but Reddish Blue is there waiting for it, and Zoidberg makes it 4-0 for Area 51. Blinks comes in with full health, grabs, not going very fast as Veer misses the run over, though. He comes, tries to shoot him, hits him down to 77, and Blinks, great punt there, trying to get the flag almost back to the base. It's near the big tree in front there. Zoidberg tries to pick it up, gets shot away as Brick picks up, gonna cap out here. 5-0 yet. Oh no! Taken out by projectile just before he can cap. Flag being bounced around. Zoidbergenstein picks up low health as GMAC has the flag for Tribehard, and the Tribehard actually returns the flag right there. There was only one Area 51 guy compared to the 4 Tribehard guys around the base. GMAC had punted it, didn't get far enough though. Vash Eric's trying to return it. GMAC picks up, tries to punt it again, didn't go very far, and Tailspin now trying to return the flag. Did he switch? Yes, he switched to Pathfinder. Nitron, the flag carrier, but that's picked up by Projectile. Projectile now has the flag. Looks like the flag has been grabbed by Blinks for Area 51, who dies. Punts it, though, before he dies. Projectile waiting for that flag to be returned. Flag is Area 51, or Tribehard's flag, sorry, gets returned, and Projectile caps, making it 4-1. So once again, another quick turnabout. Almost game over there, but Projectile with a great shot and return and cap. He can do it all, people. He's the best player in Tribes, so he says, and makes it 4-1.
That was certainly a very interesting event. I would have bet my life on the fact that that game was over. I didn't expect that at all. I'm not entirely sure how he didn't manage to cap. It was a really good last-minute kill and a very quick turnaround there. So it'll be interesting to see if Tribehard picks up their game and actually manages to come back and make this into more of a game, so to say. Zoid's coming in here, gets a grab off. He's incredibly low health. One snipe will take him down, but there's no snipe coming in. There we go. There's finally the snipe. Tailspin is not even close. He's being dueled by Hatui, so he's not going to be able to provide any cover. Projectile's coming in for an easy return, and there we go. So the question was that just Area 51 thinking the game was over and getting sloppy, or was that a sign of things to come?
think it might be a sign of things to come because Tribehard has played very well these last couple games, and that was more. I think that was more than just lucky. You notice there were 5 people converging on it, and they hit that timing right. They got the return, and their midfielders were actually in position which they haven't been this entire game to actually help get that flag home, get it returned, and then the capture. So I think they're going to be able to replicate that.
Are you expecting them to come back up and tie it, or are you just expecting them to get maybe 1 or 2 more caps before Area 51 finishes it off, or we run out of time?
I still think we'll come to a tie. I called for some stalemates, and I still think that's what we're going to get.
Yeah, it is interesting. We've had no standouts up until now. Zoid did just manage to get the grab on a back to front. It's going pretty well. Oh, is he going to... Oh, he just barely misses the mid-air return with the enemy flag. He does go down to GMAC. Titan there decided to go for the DM rather than the return, and both flags do get returned. So once again, we're back to, I guess you can say square one, except with a 4-1 lead. Matten does manage to get a fairly solid grab off, but he's going to have to go over the hill or down below it. It's not going to be too great for him. He's only at 550 health, gets a great snipe in there from Tailspin. 102 health, does punt it off. Shrike is covering it, and it's stuck up top, which is absolutely infuriating for poor Tribehard. The flag does fall down right into Zato's path. What a lucky fall. Those look like the Tribe Gods are on their side at the moment. In the meantime, their flag has been punted into the midfield. Zoid did just get taken down by GMAC. Zato's still here with only reddish-blue on him. Oh, now Tailspin's coming in to help. He's down to 80 health. The Blood Eagle flag did get returned. Oh, the flag's in the field. Projectile does manage to get the pick up from reddish-blue. Here, trying to take him out and prevent this cap. The Shrike's coming back in to help Vash. Eric's doing some spamming. Blinks comes in there, gets the E-grab off. Projectile was taking a lot of time to get back to his flag. He is down to 500 health. And Blinks does drop the Tribehard flag. Projectile down to 120. He does go down. This is going to be a return. And both flags are returned. So once again, we're back to where we were before. Zoid was coming in for a route, but missed completely. So it looks like they might go with a little bit of a punt strategy if they can get someone in midfield ready to pick it up. Or
actually, reddish blue just body blocked Zoid as he was coming in with about 150 Sanics per hour. So that's a shame.
Painful. That was painful.
That was pretty painful.
I hate it when you boost and there's somebody right in front of you, and you waste all your energy, and you know what? You go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. As I'm watching Matten coming in from the low side, going to the high side. Full health right now. Tailspin's on the opposite side. He should be able to get off a decent grab if somebody can distract Titan. No, he gets shot. Titan does not see him coming, though. Oh, wow. Never mind. He did. Timed a mortar on the flag perfectly as he went to go kill Veer, who's now playing HO. That's interesting. It looks like they've given up on their stand. I don't see nobody from either team on Tribehard's stand. So I guess they're just gonna give it up because honestly they weren't doing much anyway. Brick, Vash Eric's, and Reddish Blue were just doing such a good job of demolishing him. As Veer now switched to Technician, maybe he's gonna set up a couple turrets. Try repair. Psycho is definitely repairing stuff. They have no sniper right now. Looks like this is correct. Yep, Tribehard does not have a sniper, so hopefully Zoidberg can come in sometime soon. I don't see him anywhere. Here he is. Here he comes back to front. Should be able to get away with this. Projectile I was waiting for him. He's down to 3 health. He's going to be chained down in about 2 seconds. 1, 2. Yeah, man, can I call it or what? Brick is there to pick up the flag, maybe. Nope, it gets shot away by Matten, who's running an infiltrator. Matten, flag bouncing around, and Matten does return it. That's kind of a shame. There's no snipers, or there were no snipers. For Tribehard, as they now have a tank. It's Zato and a tank, Veer and a Shrike. Projectile playing Pathfinder. Matten back to capping. And Psycho is still playing Technician, looks like. I guess they decided not to run a sniper anymore. I guess they feel they don't need it if they have Veer striking. As Zoidberg's definitely going to get run over in about 3 seconds here. Nope, maybe not. He's up against a wall, so that would make it difficult to strike. He is being shot at though, and oh no, Veer missed him, but he shoots him down anyway. So there we go. Yeah, it looks like Veer's a Shrike is going to cause some problems. It looks like the punt strategy might be the way to go, as poor Zato is getting demolished by 3 Area 51 guys, just killing his tank. He's already down to 3,500 health. Vash Eric's trying to got run over by Veer TW, but he didn't die. And gets shot down by Zato, who also takes out Brick. Reddish Blue trying to do something. There we go. Zato's down. Has the ejection seat, though. Or I don't know what it's called. Pilot? I don't know what the thing is called. It used to be called ejection seat. which was much cooler. But he loses his tank and is now just a normal technician running around repairing the turrets, which is actually an interesting thing to do, especially if you can get them up to Mark 4. If you can keep those generators up, they're pretty good at helping your team keep the flag stand yours. So we'll see if that helps them out, as both Reddish Blue and Brick are distracting right now. There's Zoid Bergenstein setting up in the back. I don't know if Veer saw him or not. It looks like he didn't. So Zoidberg might be able to get a grab in here, going 190. Yep, there's a lot of distraction on the flag. He should be able to grab it pretty good here. No, Zato takes him out with a nicely timed Technician Grenade, and the flag passes right into those rocks right in front of the flag stand. So nothing going here. There's 9 minutes left. Defense is playing pretty good for both teams right now, I think.
I think they brought out the vehicles to slow it up and turn it more into the style of game that Arcs was, because this is actually playing out somewhat similar to how I expected Arcs, with Area 51 dominating at the beginning, and then Tribehard pulls out like a vehicle or a Shrike, and then everything slows down and stops, because Area 51 doesn't know how to deal with them. I think right now they really need to consider using the punt strategy, because that's what both teams are doing right now, as we saw that the Area 51 flag just got punted. Matten's actually coming out of his Shrike to try and make a grab. I was going to say runs himself over with his own Shrike, but it was actually just Tailspin. And Projectile punts it, is landing right on his flag stand. There is no one from Area 51 here. Zoid is coming in for a grab. He is going to get a free grab because no one's paying any attention, so he's going to save that. And GMAC here in the meantime is being cut down by Brick. He's down to 31 health. He's going to have to pass it off. Does pass it off to Matt, and Reddish Blue coming in here. But unfortunately, he's all alone, so it's going to be a 1v2. Veer's got it in a Juggernaut. I don't know what they're doing with that. They need to swap him out. He does get Nitroned really quick. There's a tank there. Jump out of the tank. Come on, get that. Oh, he jumped out of the tank. Didn't even manage to get the return, and everyone else just died in the meantime. That was a little bit of a blunder, so we are going to the first standoff, with Zoidberg holding onto the flag, tossing it off to Tailspin on the other side.
Yeah, I'm just watching Tailspin with... Not sure why they want to give Tailspin as a Pathfinder the flag. That seems a little odd. But each to their own. As I see Projectile coming in as a Raider right now. It looks like there's four people four people near the flag. We have Titan, Brick, Zoid Bergenstein, and Tailspin, which is probably fine. They have a couple good DMers there. And hopefully they get a little... people. Yep. Well, they have Brick and Vasharix. Brick gets a... Yeah, there we go. Nitron. Brick gets a Nitron, returns it. Flag stand is clear, though. Matten's going to come in for the E-grab. Zoid Bergenstein getting on the flag, trying to defend it. Doesn't do a good enough job as the flag got thrown down. As Zoidberg, almost dead, gets taken out by GMAC, and that's going to return. Yes, it does. Matten punted the flag to midfield. Blinks is there for the return there. So both flags get returned. Once again, you know, it's tough when you set up so far away from the flag stand. You know, even if the flag does get grabbed, or sorry, even if the flag does get returned, it's really tough for you to get that cap, just because they're going to come, you know, they're coming flying in to try to get that grab. As Area 51 got in the flag about 2/3 of the way back to the base, but got returned by a combination of GMAC and Matten. It's tough, because you don't want to be too near your stand, but you also don't want to be too far. As Zoid Bergenstein running a low to high, he has about 270 health. Veer is on him, takes him out. He's about halfway through. Is Veer going to jump out of this? Yes, he does. Oh, misses it though. His Blinks picks it up. Yes, he does. Brick is also there. Veer trying to get on the flag, does get on the flag just before it's shot. Kind of a shame. If they had been able to grab that, I think they would have been able to finish the game there. But good job by Veer, just sticking with it, being a little annoying Shrike there. As Projectile picks up that Shrike and passes it off to Veer, who then pops into it and gets ready for round 2. Looks like there's a there is a tank that got flipped over for a bit. Zato trying to do something, but Blinks and Reddish Blue just dominating right now. There he goes. His thing is dead. Vash Eric's now getting into Beowulf. Zato probably going to put some hurt on him while it's spawning. It actually didn't hit him at all, but he's definitely going to be going out there to clear the bases. Veer tried to do a Shrike cap, missed, gets back in his Shrike, and trying to run away now. He's at about 2,100 health, just running around trying to do a little distraction. Probably defend the flag if it gets grabbed, but right now it's not an issue, as Tribehard actually has the flag flag stand completely dominated as Veer comes in from the back, going with the flag. It was a Shrike grab. 220, gonna cap here, make it, yep, 4-2 in favor of Area 51 as G-Mac comes in with a chain grab. 860 health as a Raider. There's really nobody near him. Didn't need to throw it there, but punts it pretty far anyway to Matten. Oh no, Zato picks up. Didn't know if he was going for it or not. Turns around, not moving very fast. Oh, there's a tank there. That's why he was scared. Got taken out by Vasharix. Tailspin just misses the return. Matten picks up, punts it all the way back to the base. As I guess Zoidberger grabbed the flag, but that got returned all the way on the high side. Tailspin trying to go for the return. Veer, though, there to run him over the flag, sitting there. Zato is the closest right now. He dies to the tank. G-Mac comes in. He's going to try to get... No, also dies to the tank. As Blinks with the E-grab projectile going for the pickup brick there, trying to return, dies. Vasharix trying to just run over the flag, dies to Zato's tank. As Blinks had dropped the flag. Let's see what's happening. Oh, that got returned, and it's now 4-3. Holy smokes. I think Tribehard's trying to do a comeback here.
Yeah, I feel like they've turned up the heat a little bit here, but it also looks like Area 51's defense disappeared. But in any case, Zoid did just manage to get it back to front grab there. The Shrike was down, so I think this is going to be game here. He did manage to get away cleanly. Oh, nope, there's the Shrike, but it doesn't matter. And the 5-3. That was a good finish there after some shaky moments by Area 51. I'm very pleased to see that they did manage to hang on. That was really, really close. I could have actually seen Tribehard doing a comeback in that situation, because that was scary there.
Yeah, I think there were 3 caps that Tribehard gave up that they really shouldn't have early on. And if they just tightened up their defense and their game a little stronger before then, that they really shouldn't have lost this.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see if Tribehard was playing, the way they did at the end throughout the whole game. But on the other hand, Area 51's defense for those 3 caps was pretty much, shall we say, gone. I mean, there was no one on the stand. I'm not entirely sure what was happening. Maybe they were getting out-dueled or something of that sort. But yeah, that's your final score, 5-3 in favor of Area 51. So in this 5-map series, we had Tribehard winning overall 4-1 in what was probably about 3 close games and 2, shall we say, blowouts. Any final thoughts?
Nothing in particular, but I do want to give props to Brick and Reddish Blue in that last match. They ran a fierce offense in Raider. They really took advantage of the new NJ5, and I think they just tore Beer to pieces over and over again. It was great to see, and it'd be interesting to see how that figures into play, competitive play from now on.
I didn't actually see anyone with a plasma gun. I wonder if that was banned for the game.
I don't know. They were both running grenade launchers, but there was definitely a lot of NJ5 there.
Yeah. Any last thoughts, Aepplejoose? I know you don't, but say it anyway.
Yeah, I thought both teams played reasonably well. Area 51 showed that they're not a pushover by any means. They definitely are in the discussion for as a very, very good tribe there, and honestly, Tribehard showed why they're the best, or at least one of the top two out there. So should be interesting next time they meet up. See if Area 51 can't go back to the drawing board, see what they did wrong, make a couple of corrections, and win a couple more maps.
Area 51 certainly has a skill. I think they can definitely take one of the top tribe spots.
Yeah, they absolutely can. I mean, they're clearly one of the top 5, and the very fact that they were competitive on some of the games and they even took one shows that they have a lot of potential and promise. They just have a couple areas that they probably know about that they really need to work on. But then I think they're going to be a pretty fierce team. So I am DocLettuce, and for Freelii and Aepplejoose, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, or at least give us a plus like, and keep paying attention because we'll keep uploading these videos every time we can. So this has been the YodelCast. It was 4-1 in favor of Tribehard over Area 51. Thank you all for watching.